have been.
We'll be right back after a commercial break.
When stubborn coughs, colds, and catarrh interrupt your life, get fast relief with Stop Cough. The Stop Cough range is suitable for adults, children, and babies.
In today's breaking news, Alex is back and
There is a Stop Cough for every cough and for everyone.
there surely is.
Ask your pharmacist about the right Stop Cough for you. The Stop Cough range is manufactured and distributed by NS Chemist Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN.
A very good evening to you and a warm welcome to the business news segment here on News 360. Now, the rate of inflation has risen for the first time in 5 months, mainly influenced by soaring food prices. Latest figures from the Ghana Statistical Service put the May inflation at 42.2%. Analysts say this could compel the central bank to resume policy rate hikes. The following report has more.
According to the Ghana Statistical Service, food inflation went up significantly from 48.7% in April 2023 to 51.8% in May 2023. Professor Samuel Kobna Enim explained the contribution of the food inflation to the overall national inflation rate was the highest in 17 months.
Across the 13 divisions, top 3 items, namely food and non-alcoholic beverages, housing, water, electricity and gas, and transport, almost contributed 3/4 to the overall inflation, with food and non-alcoholic beverages contributing more than 50% to the rate of inflation that was recorded in May 2023.
Meanwhile, Professor Enim said non-food inflation declined marginally from 35.4% in April to 34.6% in May this year.
This was distantly followed by housing, water, electricity and gas that contributed 13.1% and closely followed by transport contributing 9.2% to the overall inflation that was recorded in the month of May 2023. The division that contributed the lowest to inflation in May 2023 was insurance and financial services that contributed 0.1 to the overall inflation for May 2023.
Inflation on locally produced items, however, reduced marginally by 2%.
Elsewhere, the majority in Parliament has slammed the erstwhile NDC administration over incurring energy sector debts. The World Bank boss in recent times has indicated some challenges in the energy sector private agreement signed by the John Mahama administration. A member of the Mines and Energy Committee of Parliament, Paul Chumberima, says the minority NDC must accept responsibility for the debts in the energy sector.
The debate on the power purchasing agreement fueled by the World Bank boss Pierre Laporte may not go as rebuffs, accusations and counter-accusations have become rife. While it has been settled that Ghanaians will have to pay more for power and other utilities resulting from going to the IMF, it is also fact that the position of the current government has not changed, that the erstwhile NDC administration created excess power costing the taxpayer millions of dollars.
That somebody's, if you like, misjudgment has occasioned this nation financial loss. And that is what will come to causing financial loss the same. If you look at the Solomon case, it's defined.
While government assigns have taken on the past administration over some alleged wrongdoing in the agreement, will the government have the nerve to prosecute former officials for any wrongdoings?
I will not sit down here and say I'm the government of Ghana, but I have my sense of life. Understand? So I'm not speaking for the president and his attorney general, but the compendium of issues which will constitute causing financial loss to the state is that, was there a loss to the state because of your judgment? You are caught by the law. So that is what I surmise. As to whether somebody thinks otherwise, I leave it to the president and his attorney general.
The chairman of the Mines and Energy Committee of Parliament, Samuel Atachia, has been fighting back, fiercely slamming the NDC administration.
Take or pay has gargantuan financial implication for the government. And I think all the stakeholders converge on this point.
Komla Kluche, TV3 News, Parliament House, Accra.
In other news tonight, energy analyst Dr. Yusuf Suleimana has observed consumers stand to benefit at local pumps should global demand for crude fall. Well, demand for oil is likely to drop sharply over the next 5 years, according to Industry Watcher, International Energy Agency.
It's a bit of a good news for the downstream. I always say that, you know, the oil market is a funny place for players who are heavily dependent on importation, and yet they also need to get some revenue from export. There has to be a fine balance. And so that's always why I don't shy away from saying that our strategic advantage will lie in linking up these two. You know, other than that, whatever way or whichever direction that oil prices go, we're bound to complain, and that's actually what we are doing. That could bode something good for the downstream. And actually, if the downstream is a bit cool and or is a bit moderate in terms of how price, that has direct economic impact in terms of how much consumption is done and economic activities in our part of the world. And I think it could be good for producers also. It's just that because producers have tested this high oil price regime, it's just going to be a drastic loss of inflows when oil prices drop again.
A reminder, you're watching the Business News segment here on News 360. Now, Executive Director at the Africa Center for Retirement Research, Mashoud Abdallah, is calling for uniform standards for the administration of pension contributions in Ghana. Well, in an interview with 3 Business, he stressed the need for a review to make pensions more attractive.
Trustee to the other, there are quite a lot of them. Second-tier corporate trustees. You realize that the procedures that they employ, it differs from one corporate trustee to the other. You can talk about investment account. You can talk about benefit processing procedures. You can talk about anything. There are no uniform rules and standards for the administration of benefits in Ghana. We need to first of all look at improving public confidence, and generally looking at reviewing both parametric and policy reforms that would ensure that benefits are adequate.
That's all for the very latest in the world of business. For more business news, do also visit our website. It's www.3news.com. Stand by now for the very latest in the world of sports.
Pascal's showing his boss the efficient new technology they've installed. She is pleased, but now she's asking, why is that still there? Pascal explains that the wells can store many, many messages. The boss is not so pleased anymore. If you haven't upgraded your contact center yet, it's time to get business done better with MTN Business.
Hey guys. So it's day 3 of eating well with Squad.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
Cheat day?
Just try Nutri-Snacks. It's like cheat day every day, the tasty way.
Made with wheat, oats, and delicious goodness. Nutri-Snacks Oats Digestive Biscuits. Tasty goodness. This advertisement is FDA approved.
Every child is so unique. You like no other. Outstanding in every way. It's me like no other. So anytime you walk and play. You like no other. You are special like Indomie. It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. You like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie. Thank you, Mommy.
Introducing Indomie Beef Flavor. Buy now.
This effort is FDA approved.
Pepsodent is aware that globally,
1 in 2 children suffer from cavities. That's why by giving her Pepsodent, you're not only protecting her teeth, but also helping her grow up and thrive at every stage of her life with a healthy and confident smile, so she can succeed and achieve all of her dreams. Because every smile matters.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations? At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you. With loan facilities from 1,500 cedis upwards, all you have to do is call and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID. No savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. What are you waiting for? Call Quick Credit today. 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
Water is life. Water gives life. Water moves through nature in a never-ending cycle. Observe the beauty of water as it flows all around us, refreshing and restoring. Gaze in wonder at the stillness and beauty of nature. There's harmony in nature everywhere around. Water revitalizes the body and keeps you going strong. Water is life. Water gives life. Drink Awake Purified Drinking Water. One for life. So relax and unwind, and in the calmness of nature, find the rest you desire. For every bottle of Awake you buy, an amount to be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is a
Sports segment is brought to you by
Gentleman Cosmetic Range.
Time now for the latest in the world of sports with Oreku Ampofu. Oreku, a lot happening in the camp of the Black Stars.
Well, thank you very much. That's exactly where we'll be starting off as they get ready for their game on Sunday.
All right.
And so we'll be starting off from the camp of the national team, and the Black Stars coach Chris Hughton has revealed that the technical team would not call left back to replace the injured Gideon Mensah. We have more details for you in the following report. Chris Hughton will have 24 players at his disposal for the game against Madagascar after Gideon Mensah dropped out of the squad. The Auxerre left back reported to camp in the early hours of Monday, but had to return home after a discussion with Chris Hughton and the medical team. Though the 24-year-old had to play through injury with his club side in the latter part of the season, there was the need for him to be assessed by the national team.
Gideon wanted to be here, and that's a good sign, and that goes back to the first question. You know, this is somebody that wanted to be here in camp. So it was our responsibility to assess him, to assess where he is at the moment with the medical information, and come to a conclusion. And the conclusion is that probably at this stage, we didn't want to risk him.
Gideon's absence means that the Black Stars has just one natural left-back left in Patrick Pozo. But Hughton believes that if the squad needs another replacement, they would do exactly that.
At this moment, we haven't brought a replacement in. We will work how we will work this week. If we feel different, you know, after these few days, then we'll assess that again, and perhaps somebody that will be in a standby situation. But at this moment, we are not bringing in a replacement.
The decision to not call another left-back means one thing. Pozo will have an increased chance of making his Black Stars debut on Sunday against Madagascar. Oreku Ampofu from the Accra Sports Stadium for 3 Sports. Let's do more here. And news coming in earlier is that FIFA Secretary General Fatima Samura is leaving after 7 years as the highest profile woman working in world football. The governing body did say this in a statement on Wednesday. The 60-year-old former United Nations official from Senegal will stay in the job she has held since 2016 through this year's Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand, and then finally leave at the end of the year, FIFA said. She became the first woman, first black person, first Muslim, and first non-European to be FIFA's top administrator. Samura's time in FIFA included helping oversee Men's World Cups played in Russia and Qatar and awarding the 2026 edition that would be played in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. She also oversaw the restructuring of FIFA, which included appointing 2 deputy secretary generals and creating a new women's football division. Well, let's come to Ghana football, because after winning their maiden Ghana Premier League, president of Mediama Sporting Club, Moses Ama, says that he hopes the new TNA Stadium will be ready in time for the CAF Champions League that starts next season.
Yeah, we just came from there. They're on it. Very. They're on it. We are looking forward to start the league, the CAF matches there, but we don't know what will happen. But you know, they have assured us that it will be possible, and they are going. What we saw there is very good for us, and so we will definitely add Cape Coast to our stadiums. Anything, it's left with God. Gophers, they are ready. And Micheliti is also ready. They are pushing. I think the scoreboard is fixed. And everything's fixed. They are just pushing and putting things quick for the pitch to develop so that we can start everything.
Well, before we go, just by way of updates, the UEFA Nations League is currently being played. The first semi-final between Netherlands and then Croatia is the home side. That's Netherlands leading by 1-0 thanks to a goal from Donny Malen. There's still 45 minutes left to play in that game. And if you do want updates on that, as well as the latest stories in the world of sport, you can follow us on social media at 3SportsGH. My name is Oreo Kwampofu, and that's how we wrap up the sports segment here.
Thank you so much, Oreko. Let's now continue with the rest of our stories. And Trade Minister Kobna Tahi Hammond says a total of 48 companies, not 60, have received support through the 14 million Ghana cedi Exim Bank facility under the One District, One Factory initiative. The Trade Minister indicated that the difference in the figures was given by Exim Bank, not the previous Minister Alan Tremantin, as has been earlier reported.
Sometime in 2022, my predecessor, Alan Tremantin, was asked specific questions on this in Parliament about how much money had been facilitated, had been spent by government through this facilitation. At that point, the figure was, this was last year, the figure was 230. The figure was 273 million. So he indicated that this much money was given out to Exim Bank. This money, that 273 that I've indicated, would have been given to the 15 participating banks that I've described. Now, Exim Bank's share of this money was 14,400,000, and the figure that I've just given, 407, had given you. The question was that you have indicated that 14 million was given to some bank, was given to Exim Bank. We want a breakdown of how many companies benefited from the 14 million that Exim Bank was given. I'm sure you are following. Right. All right. So the minister and the officers you see around contact Exim Bank, and they are told that the figure as it stood at the time the answer was about to be given in Parliament was 60. So yesterday, I was asked by Parliament to answer a specific question. This time, I am asked to provide not the names of the companies, but not only the names of the companies, but the corresponding amounts. So you need to be able to put the figures in place of every single one of them. So I get them to check again. We go back and we are told that, well, actually, yes, the money was actually 14,407,808.00, all right. But it looks like there was a mix-up. The figure we gave you, the companies that we supplied the last time, which was, we gave you the total of 60, it's not 60, it's 48. So I go to Parliament yesterday, I announced to Parliament that these are the figures, but the companies involved which benefited were not 60 as previously announced, but 48.
Do join Alfred Okanse at 10 p.m. for more on this interview on Ghana Tonight.
The gentleman. It's how the need to protect the things that matter pushes him to persevere. It's how he immerses himself in thoughtfulness. It's how trust is his shield. You can smell his integrity from a mile away. Introducing the Gentleman's Cosmetic Range. Be one of us. Be a gentleman. Ye a brantier.
For break times, for movie times, for snack times. Anytime is a good time with Munchie Anytime Crackers.
This outfit is FDA approved.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, they say. But as humans, aging and physical infirmity stands our way of enjoying our mansions and homes. It often becomes challenging, if not impossible, to use our stairways day in, day out. With portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVs, you are assured of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility. Call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical mobility. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home. It's affordable and can be installed in just 3 days without modification to your existing building. It's however easier to incorporate it at the construction stage. We also have traditional Fuji elevators and escalators for your high-rise buildings and malls. Visit Lifts and Elevators Company Limited at Sakumono for your elevators nationwide. For free consultation to call or WhatsApp us on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators, the elevator people.
Many people think I get whatever I want because I'm a popular actress. But no, that is not true. Me ankasano, adebia mi yebiano, me shishimpe papano. And when I find it, I stick to it. My shishimenya Bell Pack tissues. Bell Pack ewe tea roll. Bell Pack tea roll. Soft, but not weak. Strong, but not hard. It is smooth. Me yusua, me hot tummy. It's just perfect. Same as the kitchen towel. What about what? What me the papaye? What me soki? Echimu esa pepa. One Bell Pack kitchen towel lasts longer and saves you money. It's time you switch to Bell Pack today. Say your pocket tissue, table napkin, tea roll, and a kitchen towel. Bell Pack is simply the best. It's just perfect.
Nothing feels so good like Bell Pack.
Sorry for the interruption, but due to the acidic content of the atmospheric weather condition in the economy, I have decided wa obesumami bia metal afemuntien kabo editui na monshanenso for wache metal 1 Ghana cedi for jollof rice, 1 cedi 20 pesos for gobe, 80 pesos for kenke tamai any other cow 1 cedi, 50 pesos.
You know what? Just get me water.
For sachet water, 30 pesos. For bottled water, 50 pesos. Oh, Moka has a Vodafone cash. I'm the free. I'm free. Metal.
Transfer charges. Enjoy bida. Switch to Vodafone Cash today and enjoy zero charges whenever you send money to all networks. Yes, sending money is free on Vodafone Cash. Only e-levy applies. Dial *110# to send money today. Vodafone.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Awake Purified Drinking Water and powered by 3 Entertainment.
Welcome to the Entertainment News segment. My name is Anita Ikia Ikufu, and it's that time of the year for the bold, beautiful, and intelligent women to step forward to own Ghana's most beautiful crown. A new season is here, and you can't afford to miss this golden opportunity. Be part of the GMB audition train in Tamale tomorrow, Thursday, 15th June at the Gariba Lodge Hotel. And the train then moves to Kumasi on Saturday, 17th June at the Micklin Hotel. And in Takrady, you can join us on Tuesday, 20th June at the Rainbow Hotel. The final stop will be in Accra on Friday, 23rd June at the TV3 premises. Look your best in a stylish GTP skirt and white tank top and comfortable heels. And to be part of this year's auditions as well, simply register online by downloading the TV3 Reality app or pick a form at the audition center for 50 Ghana cedis. This is the moment to make a statement for yourself and your region. And still in entertainment, award-winning reggae dancehall artist Stonebwoy and his Livingston Foundation have commissioned 4 boreholes in 4 communities in the Shama district. Stonebwoy, accompanied by his wife, Dr. Louisa, and his team, made the presentation in the presence of chiefs and people in the area.
The farmlands are chemicalized and I don't know what to do.
For years, award-winning reggae dancehall artist Stonebwoy has used his craft to highlight the ills of our society through his artistry. Stonebwoy has constantly proven that not only does he sing about the plight of the ordinary Ghanaian, but as a humanitarian, he has extended his benevolent hand to several communities through the Livingston Foundation.
Okay, so it all started with a video we saw online of the kind of water that people in this community have been drinking since River Pra got contaminated by illegal mining. Initially when we came, we thought it was just one borehole that would work, but we realized that so many communities along the river have been affected. So we ended up making 4 boreholes.
On Wednesday, June 14, Stonebwoy and the Livingston Foundation commissioned 4 mechanized boreholes in 4 communities, namely New Dabuasi Junction, Bipo Sonkrai, and Antimbwa in the Shama district. These are communities whose livelihood depends on the River Pra, but due to the mining activities, the water is heavily polluted. The sight of proper drinking water came as a good news for the people of these communities. Christian Ampa is the assemblyman for Obini Mochina.
Yes, we have the water pra. The water pra is just here, and looking at the state of River Pra is very, very bad. It's due to the illegal activities of the Galamsey. So, in fact, our main source of water is the River Pra, and it's not as good as you can drink. It's always dirty. You can't just drink it. So we are very happy for what we are seeing today.
Speaking to the media, Stonebwoy called on government and duty bearers to take up such responsibilities to address the water crisis in these communities.
So the reality is that it has to touch one's heart to be able to stand for.
Congratulations to Stonebwoy and the Livingston Foundation. My name is Anita Ikia Ikufu. For Entertainment. Up next is International News. Good evening.
South Africa's lower house of parliament has passed a contentious universal healthcare bill described by the health minister as a historic moment for the country. The National Health Insurance Bill seeks to give South Africans of all races, rich or poor, and legal long-term residents access to quality healthcare. This is in accordance with the Constitution adopted after Nelson Mandela was democratically elected as president in 1994 following the end of white minority rule. The country is still considered one of the most unequal societies in the world, with a huge wealth gap and 84% of South Africans relying on often poor quality public health care. The bill intends to create one public health fund for private and public health care providers, a pool of money to be funded through general taxes, contributions from those earning above a set amount, and monthly contributions from employees.
Well, that's how we conclude News 360, our major news bulletin for the day. Thanks for making a date with us. For more news, do also visit our website. It's www.3news.com. My name is Pa Kwesi Asare.
I am Portia Gabo. Do join Alfred Okanse at 10 p.m. for Ghana tonight. Have a lovely evening.
This program is rated PG. It contains scenes of brief nudity, mild violence, and strong language. Parental guidance is advised.
This program is brought to you by
MTN Sense Body Spray.